Jurassic World movie review. Look at that. Until Dawn is now on Netflix. It's pretty cool. This movie, I like this movie. This one was good. A Jurassic World movie. I liked it. I thought it was good. It follows that same sort of script, but I find that's a good thing, you know? It follows that nice script, and I think Steven Spielberg, like an executive producer on this, which is a name I haven't heard for a while in a movie, but I know he's like a really well-renowned director to some extent, this guy. But and then who's in it? They got Scarlett Johansson. I recognize her. I don't recognize any of the other actors really, actually, but I like the sort of friendship that develops between her and like the nerdy dinosaur guy. And there's a funny scene where they're at the beach and she mentions what did she mention? That what did she mention? You know, like, I want the money, you want the money, I think you probably want the money, your company wants all the money. You need a job. Your job's about to be let down, and so this dinosaur shit maybe it's gonna give people the kind of the boost to, like, hey, dinosaurs are cool again, because now they're using their blood to, like, save people's lives and stuff. He's in it for a good cause. This guy's in it for the right reasons. He said, we're going to open source it. We don't make money with this, but we open source it. That way there's competition. Everybody can make their own, and it can be more widely available. Everybody can have a chance to be cured. I think the primary ailment is heart disease, is what it can be used to fight. And perhaps even like other ailments like cancer and dementia, right? Some of these really debilitating ailments that seemingly have no what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? That seemingly have no cure, right? And the treatments are sort of far and few in between, but that's kind of nice. And towards the end of the film, she's on his side with it. Before, she is, so I guess, a little more on the selfish side. But she says, I want the money. The money is nice. It's got me interested in $10 million. It's $10 million. Money right there. I think even mercenaries probably don't make that much. Maybe they make a nice amount of money for the skills they have, but maybe even not even that much. But, and she actually finds I'm not quite sure how the beginning is supposed to work out, but she finds this, or like that she like they somehow that's, I guess, some prior contact. Her and the villain of the film. He reminds me of Orlando Bloom. This guy, like an American version of Orlando Bloom, I guess. This dude. And what was I thinking of in my film? Yeah, the plan's device. He's the dinosaur guy goes with them as an advisor of the dinosaurs, because they're not experts on dinosaurs. They're mercenaries. That's what they are. They're paid for hire, soldiers, security. You call it what you want. You know, they're the kind of like the Wagner Group for Russia, right? This paid for hire military operative people, and they go anywhere and that's what they do, conduct the business, right? But what was I thinking? Like, I like that we don't wait too long to get some kills in. Actually, there's the trailer shows like this aquatic dinosaurs killing people and shit, and we actually get that pretty early on in the film, I would say, which is nice. Like, we didn't have to wait long for action, and pretty early on we get like 2 deaths almost immediately, one after the other. Now, they had the Hispanic family, right? The Hispanic family and the boyfriend, the group of them. And you kind of got the vibe, like, I was like, there's no way. Maybe they kill the boyfriend, at least. But then they have moments with the dad and the boyfriend talking, and they're sort of finding understanding, finding agreement with each other. Because, like, in the beginning of the film, we see, like, he's lazy, he's not helping out on the ship. It's like, why didn't you bring him? And the dad holds his tongue, because he's like, we're not on a boat in the ocean, we don't need bad conflict. But in the same vein, maybe it's a testament, like, the dad's he's got to put his foot down with it, because the daughter's not putting her foot down with him either. Is it? And the daughter said, well, I like him, you know. And that's the point with the film when the guy even says, "I don't even know why she would like me." So I guess he's acknowledging that he's lazy. He knows what he's doing, and he does. All these guys letting me get away with it, so let me just keep pushing it. And like they don't sleep, I sleep, and I get to go on the bottom of the boat and just stay there. And but yeah, later in the film, I guess he redeems himself from saving her and so on and so forth. But what was I thinking in my head? What was I thinking later in the film? It's funny. There's some funny scene. I like the mint joke. And it's only played 2 times in the film, but I like he's like, oh, hang on, I have to think about it. Because what they're doing is basically like really illegal. Even says in the beginning of the film, like it's illegal to visit the island and so on and so forth. And so he reminisces on it by chewing on some mints, and he chews on like 3 in particular. And I like that he eats the mints. He doesn't suckle them. No, he eats it just straight up. And there's another scene in the film where they see these big, like these massive herbivore. I think they're herbivore dinosaurs. These ones don't eat meat, so they're sort of docile in that way. And they actually do the breakdown. They do the rundown in the museum. In this film, they do a rundown of the museum with the bones of like each dinosaur, and they need samples from each of these ones. And the one that they need an example from, they're like a male and female pair. They're like bonding, cuddling. It's a really cute scene, right? It has some powerful music. You're supposed, when you see the scene, you're meant to see like, oh wow, it's so powerful. Wow, it gets you the feeling of immenseness, beauty, I guess, something like that. But what's it called? You hear this crunch noise, and and it's the guy eating the mint, and he offers her one, like, hey, you want one? You want one? Of course, she says no, right? But there's a film. Oh my God, what was that guy? Daryl? I think it was Daryl. There's the one dude, because basically everybody in this, they're talking about the mercenaries. They all know each other, and in this industry, you lose people and stuff. So she lost someone that was close to her in a bad way, and he lost his. He didn't lose, like, they didn't die. They just broke up. They've divorced. I guess he lost his wife, and likewise his kid. Like maybe now he's estranged from his kid, or he's a father. He only sees his kid on occasion, basically, right? And so like they only kind of have each other. And she said there's this kind of moment in the film where she's, Daryl's gonna draw away this like mutant dinosaur T-Rex one from them, so they don't have to get hurt, right? They don't have to get killed, eaten by it. And what do you call? She kind of pleads with him, like, no, like, please don't, because like now I'm gonna lose you. I don't want to lose you. If you do that, I lose you. I don't want to lose you. And so that was sort of a nice, touching scene, right? With that. And of course, I'm like, no way they're gonna kill him. They can't kill him. Like, he's too good of a character. It's a really good character, right? It's a strong character. It's like, no way they're gonna kill him. He's gonna live. And I was thinking, like, there's no reason why he shouldn't be able to live. It's attracted to the light. Why don't you just leave the light in the little light somewhere? Get it away from you. Maybe this thing's not smart. It's kind of dumb. Maybe it doesn't know. How do you call, like, other person is still there and you can just walk away? But I guess at some point he did my suggestion in my head that I said in the moment, like, he just throw it somewhere. But the boat's leaving, so he has extra flare and he shoots it in the right moment, because if you didn't shoot the flare, we wouldn't have known. We would have saw that, and you would have had to stay back on the island. Eventually, I guess you will die. Some fucking dinosaur will find you and kill you. And it's also cute, the little girl. Subsequently, she finds like a dinosaur. A dinosaur takes a liking to her for whatever reason, because she starts feeding it. But it seems to also have like some intelligence, I feel like. And the dinosaur too, it's like that, like my girlfriend were thinking, maybe it's like a baby and there's gonna be a mama coming at some point. But no, I think maybe it is still a juvenile. Who knows? Maybe it is. I mean, that's why it came up to her in the first place. But I also like to think maybe that's just the adult size, and it really is just that small. Like it's just a legit tiny little small scavenger dinosaur. But she takes it with her, And I like that nobody objectifies her taking this dinosaur. Because I'm sure, like, unless they're in the zoos, you're not gonna see people having pet dinosaurs, right? But yeah, we take the dinosaur, and it's kind of cute. I guess it's meant to be cute in the film, and it does come across as cute. It's a cute little dinosaur, and the little girl has it. The youngest daughter. There's such a stark age contrast with these girls. One's like damn near an adult, really, right? She must be like 17, 18. But she probably, the actress is obviously older, but she's supposed to be around that age, right? And the other little girl is maybe like, I don't know, I don't even think she went through puberty yet. So she's like pre-pubescent kid, and so it's sort of like, but I guess the parents are divorced. Maybe, I guess they're divorced not long after she was born, I guess, because the parents say, or maybe they're not divorced actually. Maybe they are married and they just went on a solo trip with dad and mom stayed behind. I went on the assumption that they were divorced parents, but maybe they're not divorced. But like when the daughter says, "Oh, mom's never gonna trust you with us again." Go figure. They were sailing near the island, I guess. He said the trip that they're doing. It's like a trip that they did before. And that trip being from, what's it called? The trip that they've done before is a trip from Cape Town to Barbados, which is like really far actually. Maybe it's the first time the little girl's been on the trip, but the other one, the oldest one, has been on that trip before, perhaps. But like, that's actually a really long trip, is it? To go from Cape Town to Barbados. That's impressive. Those waters have to be absolutely frigid cold. I'm not sure how cold it gets past the equator towards the southern hemisphere, but imagine maybe it's with less land down there to like help with mediate. Like it must be like colder. I imagine it must be colder. But this film was nice. I like this movie, Jurassic World Rebirth. I like it. I feel like it can stand alone on its own. This film. Not sure how the other Jurassic World films sort of stand in comparison, but I feel like this one, it can definitely stand on its own. It's but then again, I don't really remember any of the other Jurassic World, so perhaps if you know the films well, then you would say no. I can see how it ties into the other one. Perhaps the universe is interconnected. That concludes my review. I guess I don't really have much more to say. I liked it. I enjoyed it. And that concludes it.